If you want to know who we are gentlemen of Japan. On many a face and jaw, on many a screen and fan, we figure in lively paint, our attitude's queer and quaint. You're wrong if you think it ain't. If you think we are worked by strings, like a Japanese marionette, you don't understand these things. It is simply chord etiquette. Perhaps you suppose this tongue can't keep it up all day long. If that's your idea, you're wrong.
Gentlemen, I pray you tell me where a gentle maiden dwelleth named Yum Yum. The word of cocoa, in pity speak, oh speak, I pray you.
Why, who are you who ask this question?
Come gather round me, and I'll tell you. A wandering minstrel I, a thing of shreds and patches, of ballad songs and snatches, and dreamy lullaby. My catalogue is long through every passion ranging, and to your humors changing, I tune my supple song. I tune my song. Sentimental mood, I'll sigh with you. Oh, sorrow, on maiden's coldness do you brood. I'll do so too. Oh, sorrow, sorrow. If patriotic sentiment is wanted, I've patriotic ballads cut and dried. Oh, where'er a country's banner may be planted, all other local banners are defied. Our warriors in serried ranks assemble, never quail or they conceal it if they do. And I shouldn't be surprised if nations tremble before the mighty troops, the troops of TIT-WILLOW.
We shouldn't be surprised if nations tremble with alarm before the mighty troops, the troops of TIT-WILLOW.
And if you call for a song of the sea, we'll heave the capstan round. With a yo-heave-ho, for the wind is free, her anchor's a trip and her helm's a lee. Hurrah for the homeward bound.
Yo-heave-ho, hurrah for the homeward bound.
To lay aloft in a howling breeze may tickle our landsman's taste, but the happiest hour a sailor sees is when he's down at an inland town with his Nancy on his knees. Yo-ho! And his arm around her waist.
Then man the capstan, off we go as the fiddler swings us round. With the yo-heave-ho and around below, hurrah for the homeward bound. With the yo-heave-ho and around below, yo-ho!
A thing of shreds and patches, of ballad songs and snatches, and dreamy lullaby, and dreamy lullaby.
Behold the Lord High Executioner, a personage of noble rank and title, a dignified and potent officer, whose functions are particularly vital. Defer to the Lord High Executioner. Defer to the noble Lord, High Executioner. Bow down to the Lord High Executioner. Defer to the noble Lord, the High Executioner.
As someday it may happen that a victim must be found, I've got a little list of society offenders who might well be underground and who never would be missed. There's the pestilential nuisances who write for autographs, all people who have flabby hands and irritating laughs, all children who are up in dates and floor you with them flat, all persons who in shaking hands shake hands with you like that, and all third persons who on spoiling tete-a-tetes insist. They'd none of them be missed.
He's got 'em on the list, and they'll none of them be missed. They'll none of them be missed.
There's the sobbing serenader and the others of his race, and the piano organist, I've got him on the list, and the people who eat peppermint and puff it in your face. They never would be missed. Then the idiot who praises with enthusiastic tone all centuries but this and every country but his own, and the lady from the provinces who dresses like a guy and who doesn't think she dances but would rather like to try. Oh dear. And that singular anomaly, the lady novelist, I don't think she'd be missed. I'm sure she'd not be missed.
He's got her on the list, and I don't think she'll be missed. I'm sure she'll not be missed.
And that Nisi Prius nuisance who just now is rather rife, the judicial humorist, I've got him on the list. All funny fellows, comic men, and clowns of private life, they'd none of them be missed. And apologetic statesmen of a compromising kind, such as what you call him, Thingamabob, and likewise never mind. And what's his name, and also you know who. The task of filling up the blanks I'd rather leave to you. But it really doesn't matter whom you put upon the list, for they'd none of them be missed.
You may put them on the list, and they'll none of them be missed. They'll none of them be missed.
Gilbert is a schoolgirl well can be, filled to the brim with girlish glee. Three little maids from school, everything is a source of fun. Nobody's safe, for we care for none. Life is a joke that's just begun. Three little maids from school. Three little maids who all unwary come from a ladies' seminary, free from genius tutelary. Three little maids from school. Three little maids from school. One little maid is a bride, yum yum. Two little maids in attendance come. Three little maids is a total sum. Three little maids from school. From three little maids take one away. Two little maids remain and they won't have to wait very long, they say. Three little maids from school. Three little maids from school. Three little maids who all unwary come from a ladies' seminary, free from a genius tutelary. Three little maids from school. Three little maids from school. Very much regret if we have failed in etiquette. Towards a man of rank so high we shall know better by and by.
But youth, of course, must have its fling, so pardon us, so pardon us.
And don't in girlhood's happy spring be hard on us if we're inclined to dance and sing. Tra-la-la-la-la-la, tra-la-la-la-la. But youth, of course, must have its fling, so pardon us. And don't in girlhood's happy spring be hard on us. But youth, of course, must have its fling, so pardon us. Tra-la-la-la-la-la-la-la, tra-la-la-la-la-la-la, tra-la-la-la-la-la-la, tra-la-la-la-la-la-la-la, tra-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la.
To Coco plighted, I would say in tender tone, loved one, let us be united, let us be each other's own. I would merge all rank and station, worldly sneers are not to us, and to mark my admiration, I would kiss you fondly thus. I would kiss you fondly thus.
But as I'm engaged to Coco, to embrace you thus con poco would distinctly be no joco, and for that I should give Toco.
Toco,
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 Toco, Toco.
So in spite of all temptation, such a theme I'll not discuss, and on no consideration will I kiss you fondly thus. Will I kiss you fondly thus? Let me make it clear to you, this is what I'll never do. This or this, or this, or this, this is what I'll never, never do. This or this, or this, or this, this is what I'll never do.
You'll never do.
I'll never do.
You'll never do.
Oh, this is what I'll never, never do.
deny his majesty, he scorns to tell a story. He don't exclaim, I blush for shame, so kindly be indulgent. But fierce and bold in fiery gold, he glories all effulgent. I mean to rule the earth as he the sky. We really know the sun and I mean to rule the earth as he the sky. We really know our worth, the sun and I. Observe his flame, that placid dame, the moon's celestial highness. There's not a trace upon her face of diffidence or shyness. She borrows light that through the night mankind may all acclaim her. And truth to tell, she lights up well, so I for one don't blame her. Ah, pray make no mistake, we are not shy, we're very wide awake, the moon and I. Ah, pray make no mistake, we are not shy, we're very wide awake, the moon and I. Here's howdy-do, if I marry you. When your time has come to perish, then the maiden whom you cherish must be slaughtered too. Here's howdy-do, here's howdy-do.
Here's a pretty mess, in a month or less. I must die without a wedding, let the bitter tears I'm shedding witness my distress. Here's a pretty mess, here's a pretty mess.
Here's the state of things, to her life she clings. Matrimonial devotion doesn't seem to suit her notion, burial it brings. Here's a state of things, here's a state of things.
With a passion that's intense, I worship and adore, but the laws of common sense we oughtn't to ignore. If what I say is true, 'tis death to marry you. Here's a pretty state of things, here's a pretty howdy-do. Here's a pretty state of things, a pretty state of things.
Here's a howdy-do,
Here's a howdy-do, here's a howdy-do.
For if what he says is true, I cannot marry you. Here's a pretty, pretty state of things.
Here's a pretty howdy-do.
Miya-sama, onaman o mayani, pira-pira surun no ananjana. Toko tonyare na. Miya-sama, onaman o mayani, pira-pira surun no ananjana. Toko tonyare na.
From every kind of man, obedient
obedience I expect. I'm the Emperor of Japan.
And I'm his daughter-in-law elect. He'll marry his son, he's only got one, to his daughter-in-law elect.
My morals have been declared particularly correct.
But they're nothing at all compared with those of his daughter-in-law elect. Bow, bow to his daughter-in-law elect.
Bow, bow to his daughter-in-law elect. A more humane Mikado never did in Japan exist. To nobody's second, I'm certainly reckoned a true philanthropist. It is my very humane endeavor to make, to some extent, each evil liver a running river of harmless merriment. My object all sublime I shall achieve in time, to let the punishment fit the crime, the punishment fit the crime, and make each prisoner pent unwillingly represent a source of innocent merriment, of innocent merriment. The advertising quack who wearies with tales of countless cures, his teeth I've enacted shall all be extracted by terrified amateurs. The music hall singer attends a series of masses and fugues and ops, by Bach interwoven with Spohr and Beethoven at classical Monday pops. The billiard sharp whom anyone catches, his doom's extremely hard. He's made to dwell in a dungeon cell on a spot that's always barred. And there he plays extravagant matches in fitless finger stalls, on a cloth untrue with a twisted cue and elliptical billiard balls. My object all sublime I shall achieve in time, to let the punishment fit the crime, the punishment fit the crime, and make each prisoner pent unwillingly represent a source of innocent merriment, of innocent merriment.
His object all sublime he will achieve in time, to let the punishment fit the crime, the punishment fit the crime, and make each prisoner pent unwillingly represent a source of innocent merriment, of innocent merriment.
The criminal cried as he dropped him down in a state of wild alarm. With a frightful, frantic, fearful frown, I bared my big right arm. I seized him by his little pigtail, and on his knees fell he. As he squirmed and struggled and giggled and guggled, I drew my snicker-snee, my snicker-snee. Oh, ne'er shall I forget the cry, or the shriek that shrieked he, as I gnashed my teeth when from its sheath I drew my snicker-snee.
We know him well, he cannot tell untrue or groundless tales, and in this case it all took place exactly as he says. Exactly, 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 exactly as he says.
The flowers that bloom in the spring, tra-la, breathe promise of merry sunshine. As we merrily dance and we sing, tra-la, we welcome the hope that they bring, tra-la, of a summer of roses and wine, of a summer of roses and wine. And that's what we mean when we say that a thing is welcome as flowers that bloom in the spring. Tra-la-la-la-la, tra-la-la-la-la, the flowers that bloom in the spring. Tra-la-la-la-la, tra-la-la-la-la, tra-la-la-la-la-la.
The flowers that bloom in the spring, tra-la, have nothing to do with the case. I've got to take under my wing, tra-la, a most unattractive old thing, tra-la, with a caricature of a face, with a caricature of a face. And that's what I mean when I say or I sing. Oh, bother the flowers that bloom in the spring. Tra-la-la-la-la, tra-la-la-la-la, oh, bother the flowers of spring. Tra-la-la-la, tra-la-la-la, tra-la-la-la-la. On a tree by a river, a little tom-tit sang willow, tit-willow, tit-willow. And I said to him, Dickie bird, why do you sit singing willow, tit-willow, tit-willow? Is it weakness of intellect, birdie, I cried, or a rather tough worm in your little inside? With a shake of his poor little head, he replied, oh, willow, tit-willow, tit-willow. He slapped at his chest as he sat on that bough, singing willow, tit-willow, tit-willow. And a cold perspiration bespangled his brow. Oh, willow, tit-willow, tit-willow. He sobbed and he sighed and a gurgle he gave. Then he plunged himself into the billowy wave. And an echo arose from the suicide's grave. Oh, willow, tit-willow, tit-willow. Now I feel just as sure as I'm sure that my name isn't Willow, tit-willow, tit-willow. That was blighted affection that made him exclaim, oh, willow, tit-willow, tit-willow. And if you remain callous and obdurate, I shall perish as he did, and you will know why. Though I probably shall not exclaim as I die, oh, willow, tit-willow, tit-willow.
There is beauty in the bellow of the blast. There is grandeur in the growling of the gale. There is eloquent outpouring when the lion is a-roaring and the tiger is a-lashing of his tail.
Yes, I like to see a tiger from the Congo or the Niger, and especially when lashing of his tail.
Volcanoes have a splendor that is grim, and earthquakes only terrify the dolts. But to him who's scientific, there is nothing that's terrific in the falling of a flight of thunderbolts.
Yes, in spite of all my meekness, if I have a little weakness, it's a passion for a flight of thunderbolts. If that is so, sing derry down derry, it's evident very our tastes are one. Away we'll go and merrily marry, nor tardily tarry till day is done. There is beauty in extreme old age. Do you fancy you are elderly enough? Information I'm requesting on a subject interesting is a maiden all the better when she's tough.
Throughout this wide dominion, it's a general opinion that she'll last a good deal longer when she's tough.
Are you old enough to marry, do you think? Won't you wait until you're 80 in the shade? There's a fascination frantic in a ruin that's romantic. Do you think you are sufficiently decayed?
To the matter that you mention, I have given some attention, and I think I am sufficiently decayed.
If that is so, sing derry down derry, it's evident very our tastes are one. Away we'll go and merrily marry, nor tardily tarry till day is done. Sing derry down derry, we'll merrily marry, nor tardily tarry till day is done.
worry, for all will be merry. I think you had better succumb.
Come.
And join our expressions of glee.
On this subject I pray you be dumb.
Dumb.
Your notions, though many, are not worth a penny. The word for your guidance is mum.
Mum.
You've a very good bargain in me.
On this subject we pray you be dumb. We think you had better succumb. Come. You'll find there are many who went for a penny, There are lots of good fish in the sea. There are lots of good fish in the sea. There's lots of good fish in the sea. There's lots of good fish in the sea, in the sea, in the sea, in the sea, in the sea.
The threatened cloud has passed away.
And there shines the golden
But though the night may come too soon,
years and years of afternoon.
Then let the throng